live.
How you doing, guys? Alex outside the Etihad. Welcome to Manchester. It's Manchester City versus Crystal Palace in the Premier League. The team news is out. I'm going to be going through it in just a second. It is a first league start for Gabriel Jesus after he came back from his injury. That has got to be worth hitting the like button straight at the top. I'll go through the team. It is out. The club have officially announced it in a 4-1-4-1 formation. Willy Caballero starts at goal. Gael Clichy is at left back. Vincent Kompany and Nico Otamendi are the two centre-backs. Fernandinho is listed as the right back, although I'm sure we'll see him pushing forward when we've got the ball, moving into a midfield position. In midfield, Yaya Toure is in the pivot, Raheem Sterling and Leroy Sané are on the wings. Kevin De Bruyne is at number 10, and he is joined by David Silva, a player we were told in the week probably wouldn't be fit, would probably be injured. David Silva starts for City today, and it's Gabriel Jesus starts up top. On the bench, Angus Gunn, Bakary Sagna, Pablo Zabaleta, Fernando, Alexander Kolarov, Jesus Navas and Kelechi Iheanacho. Remember, Sergio Aguero is out injured after the derby. Claudio Bramo is out for this season. There's a few injuries there. Over on the Crystal Palace team, it is worth noting they've got 3 injured defenders. James Tompkins, Scott Dan and Mamadou Sakho are all injured for today. They're unavailable. It's a makeshift back four for them. They've also named Christian Benteke, who has never scored against Manchester City despite his current vein of form. Benteke has never scored at Manchester City. They've named Andros Townsend, who on their side is their David Silva, their situation. He was listed as injured, but is named in the starting 11. Wilfried Zaha and Jason Punchin. It looks like Crystal Palace are going to go for it. The odds of parking the bus are not in Palace's favour. They have never kept a clean sheet at the Etihad, and they haven't even scored here in their last 3 games. So the chances of parking the bus are very, very unlikely. They've beaten Chelsea this season, they've beaten Liverpool, they've beaten Arsenal. They're going to come today. If they win, they secure themselves status in the Premier League. Mathematically, everything. They are definitely going to be in the Premier League next season. I reckon they're going to turn up and go for 3 points. If you've just joined us, the Manchester City team, Willy Caballero starts in goal. Vincent Kompany and Nico Otamendi are the 2 centre-halves. Kompany is, of course, captain. Gael Clichy at left back. Fernandinho at right back. Yaya Toure in the pivot. Leroy Sané on the left wing. Sterling on the right wing, although I'm sure we'll see them cross over. Kevin De Bruyne and David Silva are both listed as number 10s, and then up top it's Gabriel Jesus. He'll be raring to get himself on the score sheet after an impressive 10-minute cameo in the derby. He showed exactly how passionate he is, how much of an impact he wants to make. His performance was stunted with injury earlier in the season. Today is the day he can make the headlines and put a little bit more pressure on Sergio Aguero. I want to throw it out to you guys in the comments. Are we going to miss Aguero today? He scored 13 goals in his last 14 games. All this talk about him having a bad season, to be honest, it's just paper talk. Statistically, he has been as good as ever. He gets the results, he's been grinding out. You can talk about stat padding and whatever, but the fact is, he gets the goals, especially against teams like Crystal Palace. Gabriel Jesus has got big boots to fill. Raheem Sterling and Leroy Sané are both on a little bit of criticism the last couple of weeks. They are young lads, maybe we put a little bit too much pressure on them, but you want to see him today getting wide, getting at that Palace back four that aren't too well acquainted. They are a little bit makeshift at the back. Can they turn them inside out? You're hoping that Silva and De Bruyne, we will have just too much for Palace to defend against, and we can put a couple of goals in the back of the net. I'll run through the team one more time for those of you that have just joined. Caballero starts in goal. Fernandinho starts at right back. I'm sure we'll see him pushing forward. Gael Clichy is at left back. Kompany and Otamendi are the 2 centre halves. Going forward, Yaya Toure is in the pivot. David Silva and Kevin De Bruyne join him in midfield. Sterling and Sané on either wing. Gabriel Jesus starts up front. And on the bench, it's Angus Gunn, Bakary Sagna, Pablo Zabaleta, Fernando, Alexander Kolarov, Jesus Navas and Kelechi Iheanacho. Guys, let me know your score predictions in the comments below. Make sure you're here after the game. Going to be in fan cams, getting a reaction from the people who matter most, the supporters. We'll see you there. It's Manchester City versus Palace. Let's see how it turns out.